Yep, Tracy. Thankful, reliable, attractive, courageous, yeasty. Thankful can mean a lot of different things. So can reliable, attractive, courageous, and yeasty. But I'll tell you one thing about Tracy. We sure did fight like cats and dogs. And then we'd come back and talk like people. Then we'd fight like cats and dogs. Then we'd come back and talk like people. There's been plenty of times where Tracy's given me advice and helped me out. Plenty of times when she's called me out of my shit. She's always been real to me. If she did something and I asked her, did she do that? She would tell me. She'd stand up. And it don't matter what none of you people say. We fought for a long time, but we haven't fought for years and years and years. That stuff, whatever these fucking idiots are doing, that's a long time ago. It ain't no secret. But what you guys are doing, I remember you guys called me out because I snapped at somebody else about what I thought was funny. And you try to call me out, now look at you and it's over there. When I tell you this, I'll tell you something about Tracy. She's tough. She's not fake. That's one thing I like about her. She ain't never been fake. She ain't never been fake. And we started arguing over a true crime case where she was a supporter of the convicted and I wasn't. Outside of that, if we wouldn't have had that argument, that I would have got along with her for all these years probably. When my son committed his crime, and I'm posting up there about how guilty he is and how he needs to be locked up for the rest of his damn life and he ain't getting no lawyer money from me. It was Tracy who called me and said, look, we don't even know what's happened yet. You could be hurting his case. And I'm like, I fucking know he did it. I know he did it. She said, you need to take that down. Tracy gave me that. And you know what? As funny as it could have been to them as Darlie Routier supporters, to see it happen in my life, she still gave me that good advice. And she was somebody that was close to Darlie Routier. She still told me, take that shit down. She checked me several times. So it doesn't matter what you people say. You're just using her tragedy against her. And people do that when they're mad. I actually have had the privilege of being able to have conversations with her son. And outside of his addiction, he's a good kid. He loves his mama more than anything. And he's like her. He'll tell you straight up. If you ask a question, he'll tell you straight up. These addictions are an illness. It's not a parent's fault. It's an illness. And if you look up drug addiction, it is listed as a disease. So when you motherfuckers are out there and your parents are dying of something, it's not going to be funny. Or your loved ones are struggling with something, it's not going to be funny. But I'll tell you just like this. When I had some people tell me, you can have Tracy. You can just have her. I'll tell you, and I'll make this perfectly clear. I'd rather have one Tracy than 1,000 of you fake-ass motherfuckers that come on here every day and look to pick at people. And we're not even that tight, but I know that if I pick up the phone, I need to talk to her, she'll talk to me. You don't catch me over there messing with her chat that much. That's her, that's her area. I don't need to be over there bringing my bullshit or people want to talk. I got nothing but love for Tracy. I really don't. I really do. So you people, see, sometimes you can take a relationship that started out badly, like me and Tracy's, and it's carried all these years to where she knows my kids. And then even me and Molly, ours started out bad. It's carried for several years. So these people and people want to just throw darts at her, it just bounces right off of her. She ain't worried about none of you bitches. She's worried about her son, and that's it. Some other people need to be worried about their fucking son too, instead of being over there in the chat agging that shit on. Yeah, but that Facebook, I can't even get into it anymore. I don't even use it. So, whatever shit they're showing or whatever had to have been at least 6 years ago. At least. It was before my son committed his crime, when we were, Tracy threw something out about my parenting, and I went that way with her. But then after that, I had a chance to talk to her son on Facebook. He's a really nice guy. And through it all, he just kept saying how much he loved his mother. So he ain't that far gone in his addiction that he don't know where his heart belongs to be. Yeah. So you guys do whatever the hell you want. You ain't bothering her. You ain't bothering me, because it ain't no secret. We fought like cats and dogs. She'd throw it at me and I'd throw it right back at her. But I'm glad we were able to remain friendly. So, you guys do whatever you want. Try to cause that divide because you're so unhappy in your own fucking lives. Maybe some of you people that are fighting on here all the fucking time with each other, or anybody just randomly picking somebody, maybe you all ought to learn how to adult. Because if you look past the bullshit that you're fighting with somebody about, there's a person in there, and there's good in everybody. And if you find it, if you're lucky to find that good in them, and it coincides with your good, then you're bound to have a good relationship with even an enemy later on. Have fun, you pathetic bitches.